Okay, that should work. That should work, right? Okay. Hey guys, what's up? It's Tariq. It's been some time. How you guys doing? I got my tea. Girl, we usually drink wine in my videos, but today we're doing tea, okay? Because that should tell you the tone of this video, okay? Growth. But what's up, guys? My name is Tarek Ali. If you're new here, if you don't know me, hi, how are you? To everybody else, I know you're probably wanting to cuss me out right now. I know you're looking at me like, Tariq, what's been going on? Okay, so I've been going through a lot, and in this video I kind of want to talk about what I've been going through. Just right now it's killing me because as we talk about it, you'll see what I'm talking about, but right now I'm thinking about the 50 different ways that I could do this intro, and I'm overthinking it, and I'm thinking about what's perfect, what will people like, what will make people subscribe, what will make people do this. Like, I'm trying to get out of that. That's why I'm doing this new angle. Like, you've never seen me do a video from this angle, but it's cute, you know, because I pushed myself and I relied on my creativity. For a long time, I've just been relying on what's worked before. And I'm thinking a lot of times we get stuck in what worked because we're scared of losing or scared of not getting the same results. And I made it my priority, do something different today. And I tweeted that on my Twitter. I was like, try to make a change today because it can lead to a better outcome. And I'm actually really happy that you should see how my room looks right now. Like, it looks a hot ass mess. Anyways, so today I really wanted to talk about self-doubt and losing direction and control. So look, this is not a scripted video. Usually I write an outline, but I really just wanted to come and talk to you guys. Right now I'm drinking green tea. Green tea is like my fave. It's kind of like my breakfast. I don't have IBS or anything, but like my stomach be acting like it. I have a very sensitive stomach, and sometimes when I eat before 12 or just in the morning in general, my stomach messes up. It just starts hurting. I have to go to the bathroom. So something that I've been doing it for a long time now, but I've just been drinking green tea in the morning. It's a great way to start your day. It's like something hot, get you ready. And when I do meditation, like I meditate here and there sometimes, and you know I love yoga. So it just goes with the vibes. And I don't add any sugar. I only add honey. But as you can see, I don't have much left. We go. Yeah, I don't do sugar over here, girl. We trying to keep it all, do natural sugars, okay? So I really want to start with self-doubt. Like, I'm a very confident person. I just believe in myself and my abilities. I know that I'm talented in certain in certain like realms and stuff. Like, I know I'm talented when it comes to creativity and coming up with things, and like I know my lane. I know what I'm good at. But lately I've been doing this thing where like I believe in myself, but I keep procrastinating things that I want to do because I'm just afraid that it won't be good enough. Like I've been on YouTube for a couple of years now, and I just feel like I've seen success in things that I've done, and I know what can be successful. I just get scared sometimes to like pick up the camera or to create things because I'm like, what if it's not as good as the last time? What if it's like subpar? Like, one of the reasons that I haven't vlogged, like you guys like keep asking me to vlog, like where are the vlogs? It's because I love my vlogs. Like, I can go back and watch my vlogs a billion times, and I get nervous because I'm just like, I'm gonna be so upset if I vlog this whole 2 days or these whole 3 days and it's boring or I don't like it. Like, or I'm gonna be really upset if I go to do this video and it's not as articulate or it doesn't hit the nail like that video did and everybody loved that video. So that's really what my self-doubt has been about. It's just about, what if I don't perform how I know I can to my best abilities? It's kind of like when you study really hard for a test and you know the material, but you're anxious during the test because you're like what if I don't remember everything, or what if I don't perform like I know I can? Like, I know this. I explained it to other people. I taught this to somebody else. But when you get to the text, it's that anxiety that is just like, what if it's not good enough? And that's kind of what I've been feeling lately. Like, I have so many video ideas. I will literally sit down and make so many ideas and have so many plans, and I would just be like, well, what if it's not successful? What if I don't hit the nail on the head? Like, what if? And that's the self-doubt that I've been having lately. It's just with the small amount of success that I've had, it kind of has brought this doubt to me now because I'm like, what if I can't upkeep that? Like, what if I can't perform better than I was before? Like, we're supposed to keep growing, and at some point I am gonna peak. You know what I mean? At some point we peak, but I'm just like, what if, you know, this one isn't as good as the last one? And that's what's really been like messing me up in the head lately, is me just doubting myself. And it really has just kept me from making content because, I don't know, I just get nervous. So that's what it's been with that. On the other hand, with like losing control and like losing direction, like I think right now, like what 2020 has taught me so far, especially with coronavirus now, it's showing us that you can have a lot of things planned, but you never know what tomorrow can bring. Like, I had so much planned for these next couple of months. I was graduating. I was moving to LA. I knew the exact date I was moving to LA. I knew the exact day that I was moving my stuff out, like packing my stuff. I knew the exact day that I was graduating, when my party was, when my vacation was. I'm an extreme planner, only because I don't know, I just don't depend on anybody other than myself. And when you do that, in my mind, I don't have a safety net. I am my safety net. I think a lot of people move around like, or subconsciously, like, if this doesn't work out, like if I lose my job, I can go to my parents' house. Or if this doesn't happen, then I can do this. Like, and it's like, even though you don't plan that and write that down, you know in the back of your head, like, oh, if this doesn't work out, then I know my parents will be there for me. Like, for me personally, just because of my past and my history, like, yes, my aunt and uncle are like my parent figures in my life, but like, I don't really see them as like safety nets. Like, I don't see anything as a safety net. I see myself and my decisions as, this is it. I was making money different ways years ago, and like, even with making all this money, like I was working at Ben & Jerry's, and I just would not spend my money. I just would save it, like save it, because I needed to know that at any moment, if I went homeless again, or if anybody shunned me or like kicked me out, or everybody just stopped talking to me, I need to be able to take care of myself. In that process of like, I'm all I have, there's no room for like failure. There's no room for fault. You have to plan. Because you can't just wake up and be like, I think I'm gonna move to LA. Or like, I think I'm gonna do this. No, we need to sit down. Why am I moving to LA? What is helping me by moving to LA? Is it worth it? Now let's compare this to this. I'm a very calculated person because I don't have any room for errors, girl. So in the process, that's just how I've been. And over the years, because I've gotten everything that I planned, God kind of spoiled me, because it's put in my mind that if I plan it, it'll come to fruition. And now God is teaching me that anything can happen and it can ruin your plans. Well, not ruin your plans, but it can postpone, or it can adjust your plans, or it can ruin it. Like, a lot of people got furloughed and laid off. So that's really what I just learned. It's just that you can plan all you want to, but at the end of the day, you don't really know what next month, next week, or tomorrow brings. So to be completely honest, this is the first time that I planned something and it completely blew up in my face. And I've just been stuck these past couple of weeks because I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, so what now? Like what's the next step? Like, I literally had this plan for like 9 months. Like, I started planning this last summer. So you're telling me now, a couple of weeks before it's supposed to happen, that it's not happening. Like, I don't like that. Like, I'm confused. It's just so interesting because all this time I really thought that I had control, but you just realize in moments like this, like, you don't. Like, you really don't. You really don't have as much control as you thought you did. And losing control, like with everything else in life, like that losing control aspect helped me get a hold of the self-doubt problem that I was having before. Because I just realized that I can't control how things come out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't control the outcome. Like, at the end of the day, is all I can do is do my best, put my 100% in, go in, believe in myself, and say, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna give this my all. And if it doesn't come out like it's something else, or if it doesn't come out as good, okay, too bad. We do it again next time. We'll do this differently. Like, I can't control everything. Like, Tuh-reek, you cannot control everything. You can't control how things are gonna come out. You can't control, like, I just try to control everything, and I've been a very calculated person because I felt like that was the only way that I could ensure something to happen for sure, is because that's how I've done it in the past. But I'm starting to realize that creativity is about spontaneity. Like, it's about what you feel, what you're thinking in that moment. Like, how does this make you feel? Like, you cannot calculate those things. That's not even just for creativity, that's for anything. Like, just with taking tests or in a relationship, all you can do is just hope that it'll be good. All you can do, well, girl, there's a lot of things that you can ensure for a healthy relationship. Like, that's a whole nother conversation. But part of being in love and just part of relationships is vulnerability and being open to making yourself susceptible to be hurt. Like, you can be hurt. Like, that's a possibility. There's a possibility he could cheat on me, but I believe in this love. I know that I'm doing my part. I feel like you're doing your part. We're happy together. Let's just move on that. And you can't control that outcome. Like, what happens, happens. It's just about how you go on after that that really matters. So, but something that I've realized, like, in this process and everything is, like, you have short-term goals and you have long-term goals. Long-term goals are really good. It's like, in 2 years I want to do this, or next year I want to do this, or even long-term goals like, I want to be a doctor. It's good to have direction. Long-term goals give you, ooh, I'm going over there. That's where I'm going. But at the end of the day, you have to worry about your next step. Short term is really where you put the long term in action, because what are you doing now to get to your long term goals? Those steps will get you to your destination. What short term goals can I do now that is going to help me get to my long term? I think a lot of people get caught up because they make these long term goals, but they're not thinking about how they could be working on it now. Like, long term goals always are the grand ones. Those are the big ones. Like, oh, I want to be a millionaire. Oh, I want to own a ranch. Or, oh, I want to open this business. What can you do now that can help you get to there later? Sometimes the goal changes. Sometimes you may change your mind what you want. Like, come on, I've been studying and doing healthcare for like 6 years now, 7 years, 6 years. Like, and I've done like over 5 internships. I've worked in so many dental offices. I'm about to graduate in 2 weeks with a biology degree, and I'm not even going into biology, and that's fine. Like, it's really fine. I'm not completely against dentistry. Like, I'm not completely against healthcare, but it's just not what I want right now, and it's not what I'm passionate about, and that's okay. Like, expect things to change. Things can change. Things can come through and not ruin, but just change your direction. You could get pregnant. You could get married. It's a lot of things that can happen. So you have to be resilient, and you have to be able to say, okay, I planned this, but this happened. Now, what are we doing now to make sure that I can still go in that direction? And it's either one or the other. Either some people are so focused on this long-term goal that they forget to do things now for it. Like, you want to be a millionaire, but I don't hear a plan. Like, how? How are you going to be a millionaire? You want to be famous, but like, how? A goal is just a dream without a plan. So you really just have to make those short-term goals to get to your long-term. And you don't even need to know exactly what you want. Like I think it's so impractical. Like, the world makes us think, like society makes us think that you have to have everything figured out at 18. By the time you can go to college, by the time you can start working full-time, like, girl, it's okay to not have everything figured out. That's why people get in these careers that they're not passionate about and things that they don't really care about. It's because they felt like they had to make a decision at that age, and they did, and they just stuck with it because it was like, I've been doing this for 4 years, I might as well. But and that's understood. Some people you're gonna realize that everybody's different. Some people are risk takers, some people aren't. You know, like, I'm a risk taker. Like, I spent all this time studying in healthcare, and I could really get into dental school if I wanted to. I could really do that and just live a comfortable life. And like, I like healthcare, so I wouldn't be miserable. But I could do that. But like, I'm a risk taker. I would rather go and do something that literally makes me happy, like that finished product of doing something creative. It makes me feel full. You know, you're gonna have those people that take that risk and say, okay, like, my goal is changing. Like, I actually want this. Even though I took 100 steps that way and that was my direction, I'm willing to turn this way and start on a new path. Like, but not everybody will, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Unless you're doing something that really just makes you depressed. Like, every day you come home, girl, and you're depressed. But I think there's a lot of people that work in jobs that, like, they're not passionate about it. Like, they just do it. Like, it's cool, you know? Like, they're not complaining about it, but they're not, like, ecstatic, you know? And I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. Some people are more concerned with living a comfortable life than they are with being passionate about their job. Do you know what I mean? It's just all about what you value most in life. And some people value the amount of money they make so they can live a certain lifestyle and be able to support their family, rather than doing what they love and living in a studio apartment, not being able to have a family of 4. Like, it's just, everybody has different values, and that's why I think it's very important to respect other people's wants and, like, not judge other people because they don't want what you want. Like, oh, you're going to college at 18 and you went to college, but you're looking at him weird because he didn't go to college and he's still doing this job at Forever 21 and he's a manager and you're 23. Like, y'all may not be the best match, y'all may not be the same person, but you have no idea what direction they want or what they value. Like, maybe they don't want to work in corporate America. Maybe they love 21 forever. I didn't lose my long-term goal. Like, I know my long-term goal, I know what I want, and I'm still making those steps now. Like, YouTube was that short-term goal to my long-term goal. Like, my long-term goal, I kind of want to be like an Issa Rae, you know, like, I want to, like, produce and write and direct shows and, like, pop up in them here and there and do a little modeling, you know, and then at some point, like in my 40s or 50s, have a talk show. Like, that's what I want. Like, I want to create and I want to direct, and I just want to create, I want to help people tell stories in series or in movies. Like, I just love making stories into art. Like, that's what I love. And I knew that YouTube would help me get there because you know, like I could do it on YouTube, and then at some point I'm practicing my craft, and then when I move to LA I could probably be an assistant for a producer or do this and that. Like, it's a lot of things. So like I'm still doing that, but I just lost control because when Corona came through, because she took away my graduation, she took away my moving day. And I think that's where everybody is right now. You may have lost a job, and that was supposed to be the job that was supposed to pay for your school, or like it's everybody's going through something different right now, and I really wanted to record this video to remind you that you can still grab control of your life. We may not have full control, but there are some things you can control, and that is what you want and what you can do now to get to your long-term goal. And that's really what I really just wanted to talk about, because that's where I've been lately. So, to be completely honest, I've been spending so much of my time planning. I've been spending so much of my time like doing so much research and planning and thinking about the next step that it's kept me from making content, because I'm just trying to be financially, well, I'm honestly financially I'm fine, but it's just about I'm just trying to control everything, and God is showing me that I can't control everything. All you can do is your short-term goals now. Remember where you're going, and before you know it, you're gonna look down and you're gonna be on the X. You're gonna be at your destination, and that's a part of faith. And I'm really happy that I went through this, because this has been a test of my faith and a test of believing myself. Like, believe in yourself. All of this worry and this stress and this anxiety I've been having, it's like keeping me from sleeping. Like, I just cannot sleep. Like, I will lay down and it will take me an hour and a half to fall asleep. Especially with this coronavirus, because every day something is changing and we don't know what tomorrow brings. Going through this, it just made me realize that this could have always happened. Like, this isn't just a 2020 thing. This could happen next year. It's just about the universe showing me that anything can happen, and you have to be prepared. You don't have to necessarily be prepared for that, but be prepared to wake up and say, okay, this changed. Now what am I gonna do? Like, this short-term goal here may have changed, and like I probably can't take that step anymore because it's a puddle or something, like, but I can go this way and still go in the same direction. Like, it's about being able to adjust to change. I kind of wanted to give an explanation for like why I've been gone, and just like what I've been going through and everything, but I really want to hear what you guys have to say about it, or if you have any words of encouragement, or if you have gone through this, or if you're going through this as well. Like, everything's just changing, and we really don't know what tomorrow brings. It could bring 4 more months of lockdown. Like, what can I do now to ensure my future later? You know, it's always good to have a long term, but remember the short terms are what really matter, because those are the steps that get you to your destination. So, I love you guys. My name is Tarek Ali. I'm good now. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm myself again. I'm happy to be in front of the camera. I am like just filming, and if it don't work out, it don't work out. If it do, it do, period. Like, that's just how I've been feeling lately, and I'm happy because I haven't felt like that in a very long time. And that calculatedness has just ruined my content because I'm just thinking about it too much and not having fun. But I'm ready to have fun again. I'm ready to feel it again, and I'm gonna be filming. I'm not leaving again for a very long time. If I do, it's because I'm moving. I don't even know when I'm moving now, but I'm just like, hey, if it makes sense to move next week, I'm moving next week. I'm just really trying to be less calculated, and I'm trying to have more faith in myself and my abilities and my steps, and I encourage you guys to do the same. So I love you guys. You guys have a great day. Stay safe, stay home. Yeah, talk to you guys soon. Oh, love my babies.